This has got to be one of the best flashlights you can buy. The Hoto Flashlight Lite. Let's take a look. So I'm going to be taking a look at and reviewing the Hoto Flashlight Lite. I really like this flashlight. In fact, I love it. And even though this video is sponsored, it really isn't sponsored. Hoto did send this to me free, but the reason that it really isn't sponsored is because they didn't ask me to say anything in particular. They didn't even make me make a YouTube video, and I was the one who approached them about doing a deal. So shout out to Hoto, you guys are cool. Without further ado, let's take a look at the packaging and unbox it. So as you can see, we got the flashlight on the front, just some nice, simple, clean looking white packaging. Down here it says Hoto Flashlight Lite. There's some Chinese, I think. 1,000 lumens, that's very bright. That's one of the best things about it. Built-in snap shackle, multiple usage modes, and there's some more stuff on the back, like how big the battery is, contents in the package, etc. So let's take a look at it and unbox it. Now I will mention that I have already opened this, but I want to give you guys the unboxing experience as well, and I kind of already implied that I like this flashlight and use it. So anyway, here we go. And here we have our user manual. It's Chinese and English, I believe. It tells you everything you need to know about a flashlight. But here's the real deal. Look at this. This thing is quite a beauty, isn't it? Nicely designed. We'll take more of a look at it in a second. Here is a diffuser though that snaps onto the end. And here we have our charging cable. So this is USB to USB type A, so that's nice. Anyways, let's take a look at the flashlight, and as you'll see, this thing looks great, and even better, it feels great too. You guys can't tell that on camera, obviously. You can see the evidence of it. This thing is high quality metal, has a strong, cold, durable feel to it. This part up here is plastic, but it's pretty sturdy. Just the carabiner wobbles a bit, but it's nice it has a carabiner. That's a wonderful thing. You can hang it on all kinds of stuff. But this thing looks great and feels great. High quality metal, some plastic up here, and great design. Just look at the design. It's well designed. Now for the features, we can zoom in this lens right here to make it more focused, or to zoom out to have it a wide area, so you can light up a huge path, or you can focus it like a spotlight or a beam right at something. Now we obviously have the flashlight mode with 3 different brightnesses: dim, mid, and very bright. All it takes is a one click on the on button to turn it on to the lowest, one more to turn to medium, one more to turn it to super bright. So it's nice there's no fancy controls, you don't have anything complex. Now under that is an SOS button. When you push that button, it automatically goes to strobing, so just quick flashes of light, and if you click it one more time, it goes to SOS. We'll demonstrate it. Click it, and it starts doing SOS, so that's pretty cool. It has a separate button for those emergency modes so that you don't have to do weird combinations on the on button, like hold it for 5 seconds or do stuff like that. It's nice you can just do 1 or 2 clicks. So basically, it's nice that these controls are pretty simple. You don't have to memorize long presses, hold presses, multi-clicks, stuff like that, which in some ways that's nice because of how simple it is, but in some ways maybe you'll accidentally turn this flashlight on more likely. But whatever the case is, great that it's simple, and you'll just have to be careful not to accidentally trigger them on. Now we have a USB-C port that we can access when the barrel is extended. It's quite nice that it's hidden, so you don't always have to see it. So it's protected from debris and dust, so that's pretty cool. Now, like I just had mentioned, this has a carabiner and hook. Great design. Now, there's another feature that's kind of interesting. It's kind of like an accessory, but it's a diffuser. You put it on, and you can actually have your flashlight like this and use it like a lamp. So you can rest it standing up and have a lamp-like feature, or you can hang it as well. But the thing about this is it diffuses the light, so it spreads it out more around, so it's not like a beam or focused beam. It's more like a lamp, and you know what I mean. And it can help you light a room to a certain degree. It's pretty bright if you have it on full brightness. You'll be able to see me testing out the flashlight in a minute, but that's a pretty cool feature that it has. Something else to note is that the flashlight has an LED behind the on button. So when you're above 60% battery, it will be green. And when it's yellow, you'll be under 60%, but more than 30. And when it's red, you'll be under 30%. And when you're charging or are less than 10%, it will also have various indicators as well. Something else to note is that the lowest mode is 50 lumens and you get about 24 hours of battery life out of it. You move it up to the medium level and you get 350 lumens of brightness and about 3.5 hours of continuous runtime. You move it up to the high mode, you get 1000 lumens and about 2 hours of runtime. So overall, so far, this is a great flashlight. Let's go test it out. So here we are in a dark room. We're going to test out the short range capabilities. And as you see, here it is on at 50 lumens. Not too bad. It was pitch dark and now the room's fairly lit up. And there it is, spotlighted and zoomed in. Pretty bright for 50 lumens. Zoomed out and it lights up the room fairly well. As you can see, the spotlight makes it even brighter. Now we have it at 350 lumens. And as you can see, that is very bright. Just look at that. That spotlight makes a very bright white on the wall. Super bright at 350 lumens. It pretty much lights up the room. Now it's 1000 lumens. That's just like putting a lamp in the room. And that spotlight it creates is insanely bright. You do not want to be behind that, and you do not want to look at it. But that is very bright. It will accomplish a lot of your needs. Here's the strobe effect. And here's the SOS effect. Here we are outside to test the long range, and as you can see, we're at 50 lumens. It lights up the ground somewhat, but you can see it doesn't really affect the surroundings too much. It's not super bright, but it'll be good for short range stuff. As a spotlight though, it's pretty bright. As you can see, it doesn't light up the distance too well. As seen on camera, it'll probably look better in real life, but on camera, it doesn't pick up the distance too well. But it's decent, you'll have long battery life, and it lights up fairly well. And here is 350 lumens. As you can see, it really lights up the surroundings. Just look at that. You should have no problem seeing. And as a spotlight, you can see in the distance, see those trees, lights them up very well. And now we're at 1000 lumens. That is very bright, as you can see. Just look how much it lights up the area. Incredible how much it lights. That's insane. Very bright. You can see the beam of light in the darkness, and of course you can see the spotlight in the trees. Lights them up very well. You should have no problem seeing far off with this light. Here we have the flashlight with the diffuser on. As you can see, it somewhat spreads out the light. It's at 50 lumens, the lowest mode, so not very bright. Let's turn it up. Here we have it at 350 lumens, the medium brightness, and it lights up the room decently. It's easier on the eyes than having a spotlight or the spread out light. Here we have it at full brightness, 1000 lumens. It lights up the room pretty well. And it doesn't really hurt your eyes too much to look at it. So as you guys saw, this thing is extremely impressive. It's very bright, has multiple features, strobing, dimnesses, SOS, zoomable lens so that you can have varying beams of brightness. This thing is very cool. I would truly recommend it. I'm very glad that I have this flashlight. It's the best one I've ever owned, and I would recommend it. I'll just be simple. I would recommend this. Even though this was given to me free by Hoto, so it kind of makes the video sponsored, they did not tell me to say any of these things. Their main goal was Instagram, but I've got to say, I would recommend this. It's a great flashlight. I love having it. I was the one who contacted Hoto. Thank you, Hoto, for doing this with me. I really appreciate it, but shout out to them. Great company, great flashlight. To summarize the flashlight though, great design. You can see that for yourself on camera. It looks pretty sweet. Great build quality, it's a high quality metal, and it doesn't have a cheap feel to it. The top is plastic, and this is a little movable, but not much at all. And it's not a problem, it's pretty good. We got this zoomable lens that feels pretty good when zooming in and out. It's not super loose or super resistant. It's not a perfectly smooth experience, but it's pretty good. And we have this, which makes sure not to lose it, but it's a great feature that you can have it on if you want it, and you can take it off if you want it. It produces a great effect. So that kind of brings us into features. It diffuses a light, makes a lamp-like experience very cool. Our carabiner hook was also very useful to attach to hangers, hooks, and more. Our varying zoom lens allows us to make the brightness to the focus we want, whether it's wide or spotlight. That's very handy. I think all great flashlights should have that. And the simple controls and the multiple brightnesses and dimnesses and the couple of different effects such as strobe and SOS are essential as well. Overall, a very great flashlight. I would recommend it. It's only about 50 bucks. I'll put a link to it in the description. I would truly recommend it. I'm glad I have it. Great design, great build, great features, great price at only $49.99. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you Hoto for giving me this opportunity. Shout out to them. Great company, great product. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, comment any questions, and comment what other things I should make videos about. Please share if you really like this flashlight like I do, and subscribe if you found this video helpful and want more great content. Thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. Goodbye.